Hi guys, this is the last video for set 1 of the 4-3.3. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to properly lay them out onto a sheet. So let's go back to Inventor. So you have these 3 drawings that we have finished in from set 1. These 3 drawings that we have finished from set 1. And we're going to lay them out on a sheet so we can add dimensions. Okay, so once you're here, make sure that you go to a brand new file, and we're going to go to ENUS. Okay, ENUS is where you guys should see your title block, and go ahead and double click on that, and your title block should pop up. All right. So we're going to do safety key first. So I want to go to my base button up here at the top and make sure that you guys select safety key. Okay. So when it comes in, it is kind of small, and I want to lay out all 3 views first before I change the scale. It is kind of small, and if we go to 1:1, I think it'll fit. So let's kind of position it a little bit better, so that way everything is properly placed. Okay. I want to make sure that my hidden lines are on and that it is not shaded. So make sure that that button is not clicked. I want it to be just lines, not color. Okay. So here are all the lines that I need, or all 3 views that I need for this drawing. And the first thing that you should always do on a drawing is whenever you have a circle, we need to put center lines. So go to Annotate up here at the top, and we are going to go right here under the symbols on the symbols panel. We have these 5 buttons. It used to be just 4, but this one is a new button. I haven't ever played around with it, but it's automatically puts center lines where you need them, but we're not going to do that today because I don't know how to use it. So we're going to click on center mark, and I want you guys to click right here on this circle. Okay, so the circle pops up, and then you're going to go, so that's what we need, and then we're going to go to centerline bisector. So centerline bisector means that it's going to put a center line between 2 lines. So here's where that circle goes all the way through. So I want to click both of these lines, and then here's where this circle, or that same circle, goes all the way through, are on these hidden lines over here. Okay, and those are the 3 center lines that you need for this drawing. So I'm just going to right click and go to cancel because I have all 3 of my lines drawn, and then now we can start adding dimensions. So the amount of dimensions that you see over here on the original is the same number same amount of dimensions that you should be placing over here. So if I'm not mistaken, there are 20 dimensions over here, and I'll count them later, but I don't want to do it right now. So I'm just going to go and start, view by view. So anything that I see right here in the front, I'm going to add to my front view. Anything that I see over here on the top view, or the side or the back view, I'm going to put on my top view, and then anything that I have over here, I'm going to go ahead and put on my right side view. And that's just an easy way to make sure that you have dimensioned everything. So go to your dimension button, and we are going to start on our front view. So I'm going to click here and here and move my cursor down and click. And then I'm going to go from this line to my circle. I'm going to just click on the outside of my circle and click. And then I'm going to do my overall width left to right, and that's 470. I'm also going to go ahead and put this dimension right here that tells us the height of this, or where this circle is located vertically. So I'm going to put that one in, and then I'm also going to go ahead and click on my circle and tell whomever needs to know how tall this, or how big this circle is, which is 0.5. Okay, and this symbol right there, that symbol means diameter. I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to click on this line and this line here, and this is telling us how big or how wide this cutout is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. That kind of takes care of the front view. Now let's move to the top view. The top view is going to have more dimensions than the other views. So let's go ahead and start with like how it's laid out here. I'm going to click here to here, and this is going to be 70, and then from here to here, and this is going to be, I'm moving my cursor down to where I see that yellow dot pop up, and I'm going to move it up, and that is just telling Inventor that I want these two to be in line, these two dimensions to be in line. Next, I'm going to flip it. I don't want to cross this 70 because it's right there. I want to go over here, and I want to put it here. And then the next dimension is from this line. And make sure that you're selecting the lines and not green dots. Okay, so I'm going to right click and say OK. When this happens, when you have two dimensions that cross, you can grab one and move it down, and grab the other and move it up. Or because we have space to move our views, we can move this over so that we give ourselves a little bit more space for our dimensions. So that's probably the better idea, is just moving our dimension or our views over, so that way we give our dimensions more space. Okay. All right. And then I need my overall depth from front to back. And there is my overall depth. Okay. Next, I'm going to add this right here, this width of this cutout, and then let's see, what else? What else do I need to add? Oh, I'm going to add this dimension right here that tells us how wide, or how far in this goes, and then how wide this is. Okay. And usually I want these on the outside. Oh, cancel. Usually I want these on the outside of the part, so that way I don't get confused with anything. I'm just going to move them way out here, so that way they're out of the way. And then I need to go ahead and add this angled dimension. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, and I want to make sure that I'm just selecting the line. Don't click on the dots, just select the line, and click on that line. And you can go ahead and put it right there, and that's fine. Okay. I think that does it for our top view, and then any dimensions that I have left over, I'm going to put them over here. Okay. So let's go to, oh wait, I did miss one right here, this 0.7. Okay, so I'm going to add that right here. So I'm going to click on that line to this green dot, and I'm going to just drop it right there. Okay. All right, now let's move to the side view. So the side view is, I'm going to give myself my overall height. I'm going to add in what this height is right here, this 112. And then I'm also going to tell somebody how, actually, I'm not going to put it here. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to tell someone how deep that cutout is and put it right there. And that's perfect. Let's see, what else am I missing? Oh, I need to add this right here. How deep is that cutout? And there you go. And I think we are good on all of our dimensions. So we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like I said, there's 20 dimensions over here, and there should be 20 dimensions over here. So when you're done with this one, make sure that the title block says everything like it should. So I have right here, it's the safety key. We made it today on 4/9/2021, and the scale is 1:1. You just want to double check and make sure that everything looks nice. I'm also going to go ahead and kind of position this a little bit higher and then kind of move it a little bit over, so that way I have more space right here. All right, so this is done. So let's go ahead and save this as safety key, IDW. If you want to add 4-3.3 in the front, that's great. 4-3.3. So that way when you guys are, when you want to call me over, you know exactly where to find it. So 4-3.3 and click save. All right, so this one is good to go and we can move on to the next, but I don't want to show you how to do this next one. I think you guys can do that one entirely on your own. This one is good. Just don't forget that you need to add center marks and centerline bisectors, because you do have things that cross. The centerline bisector might be a little bit difficult, but I will let you guys figure that out. Okay, but I am going to show you how to do this one right here, because this one is a little bit different because it is in the metric system. So let's go to new, and we are going to start a title block, a brand new title block, and say create, and then we are going to bring in that last one, that tailstop clamp that we made. All right, I want to have all 3 views placed before I change the size or the scale, and that looks good. Everything looks nice, and just go ahead and say okay. All right, so because this is in the metric system, when we start dimensioning this, we're gonna see that all of our dimensions are in inches. Okay, that's not what we want. We don't want it to be in inches. So we need to change that. So I do need you guys to place one dimension first, okay? And then right click, say okay. And then once you have this place, at least one dimension, you're going to right click on that dimension and go scroll down to edit dimension style. Okay, so edit dimension style, it'll bring up this dialog box right here, and the first thing that I need you guys to change is right here, the linear units, and we're going to change it to millimeters. The next thing I need you guys to do is change its precision to 0. Okay, we don't want any decimal points, we don't want any of that, so we want to change it to 0 precision. And once you have that taken care of, just go ahead and click save and close. And now we are in the metric system. Okay, so let's go ahead and start dimensioning. We're going to do the same process where anything on the front, we're going to put on the front view. Anything we see on the side, on the top view, we're going to put on the top view, and anything on this side, we're going to put on the right side view. Okay, so let's see, where do we start? I'm gonna scoot that over so I can see everything. And we're just gonna work our way left to right. So over here, I wanna click on this green dot, and yes, click on the green dot to this line, 11. And then I'm going to then dimension this line, this long red line right there, and that's 105. And then I'm going to go from green dot to give us our full, width from left to right. Okay, right click OK. And I don't like how this is on the outside. I want it to be on the inside of this. And I can't like click and drag it over. I have to right click it and go to options and uncheck mark arrowheads inside. So that way when I move this in, it moves it for us. Okay, so that's kind of done, and I do want to add my overall height, and I want to put it right here. Okay, oh, and we do also need our height of these cutouts, which is 13. Okay, so make sure that you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dimensions on the front view. All right, the one thing that I actually told you from the last drawing is to put center lines first, and I completely forgot. So go to center mark, okay, and click on all of the arcs. And then go to center line bisector. And we're not going to really have center lines here, okay, because it's just not going to work for us. So we're going to skip these center lines, and we're just going to work right here. Okay, so you should have these center marks kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 center marks or center lines. Okay, right click and say cancel, and then let's go back to dimensioning. Okay, so let's go back to dimension, and then let's go ahead and start dimensioning the top. So the first thing I want to do is my overall width my overall depth, and I want to put it over here. I have all this space over here, so I'm going to place it over here, and then I'm going to I want to click on this green dot right there, and yeah, that green dot, and I'm going to move this way, and same thing here. All right, and then I'm also going to dimension our slots. One right here. I'm just going to kind of place it right there in the middle. And then I'm going to dimension its location. So from this hidden line to this arc is 14. And then from center point to center point, or arc to arc, is 19. Same thing over here. And arc to arc is 19. Okay, let's see, what else can I put on this front view? On the top view. I think that's all the information I can put on the top view, and that's kind of a lot. So go ahead and right click OK. I want you to right click on the 11 and go to options, arrowheads inside, and then on this 11, options, arrowhead inside. Okay, and then let's move to this last one over here, and we have a few more dimensions to put. So we're going to put our location for that centered line right there, and our depth of this cutout, which is 11. And I think we are done. So let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there are 16 dimensions over here, and let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, we are perfect on this. So one last thing that you guys need to do before we finish a metric drawing is we need to put a little note that says that it's metric. So go to text right here and click right here. We're just going to put a note, and we're just going to type in metric, all capital letters. We're going to highlight it, make it bold, and make it big. Okay, so 0.24, make sure it's bold, make sure it's highlighted, all of that, and right click, and then I'm just going to kind of position it a little bit further down so that way this looks good. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. This is going to be 4-3.3 tailstock clamp. All right, save. Okay, so it is your responsibility to finish this last drawing that I didn't cover, 655 finger guide. Okay, so when you are done with all of the drawings, don't close Inventor and then play on Minecraft or start playing or start, doing stuff on your phone. Call me over so I can give you a grade. Make sure that I see it, that I acknowledge that you finished everything, and I can give you a grade. If you close down everything, then I will never know if you actually did the work. I mean, of course I'm watching you, but I do actually want to see the finished product. So when you guys are done, call me over and I will tell you good job or things that you could have fixed. Alright, so I hope that this video was very informative and very helpful. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, because I like thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!